Good morning, you guys. Okay, so my child is sick. I had to make a super quick run to the supermarket to pick up a couple things so I can cook for him. And then I have to go in the house and disinfect my entire house because there are germs everywhere in there. But I was thinking about this case while I was in the shop, right? And so something occurred to me. Yesterday, as we were going over all the cell phone footage, Dick Harpootlian made this little throwaway comment that has really stuck in my head. They were talking about like ringing and what does it mean when the phone rings and blah, blah, blah. Did the call actually go through? And he said, so you mean when I call my wife? And I was like, wait, what? There is a Mrs. Dick Harpootlian? There is a Mrs. Poot Poot. Who is Mrs. Poot Poot? Now, I'm not trying to dox her. I don't need to know all her personal information. But part of me is like, who is married to this man? I mean, he's in the age category where, like, yes, you got married. They're probably still married. Is Mrs. Poot Poot there at Poot Poot Manor? Or does she live in, like, their other house far away from him and his shenanigans? Are there Pootlings? Are there great Poot Poots? Grand Poot Poots? Do they have little miniature Poot Poots? He might have great grand Poot Poots at this point. I am so curious. I don't know. In my mind, he was just a lawyer who lived in the state senate and in the courtroom, and that's all he did. He went from the law office to the courtroom and back again, and he represented reprehensible human beings like Alec Murdaugh. Although, I mean, Alec Murdaugh is married. Well, was married. I imagine before he was a homicidal felon that he was probably a decent guy. It was probably like a good look for old Maggie to marry him till he got all homicidal because, you know, that'll mess up your day. But who is married to Dick and why? And the real question I want to know, does she still live in the same house with him? I could totally see him having a wife in name only, and she lives at the beach house, much like Maggie did. She comes back for like the lawyer balls and the whatever, and she smiles pretty and she stands on his arm and she goes right on back to the beach house so she don't have to be bothered with him. She's at Poot Poot by the Sea Manor, like not regular Poot Poot Manor there in Charleston. Also, something about his face reminds me of something else. I don't know what it is. Part of me feels like it's like a big old pig. Remember the old pig from, I think it was Animal Farm, like the old pig with the meaty eyes that were half open. I'm not trying to comfort anybody's appearance, but something about him reminds me of something else. I wonder if I found a picture of like Porky and Mrs. Pig, would it look kind of like Mr. and Mrs. Poot Poot? Senior version. Again, not a commentary on their weight, just a commentary on like their general overall appearance. You know how Petunia Pig had like the fit and flare dress that had the polka dots on it? Does she also have a band that match? Or am I thinking of Minnie Mouse? Child, my brain has gone all the way over to the left. Okay, I need to go cook because my baby is finally well enough to eat. So I'm going to make him his favorite food, minus all the ingredients that he's not able to tolerate right now. Also, did you know that there was a pediatric ER? I just thought there was one ER. I thought ER was ER. Turns out there's a pediatric ER in my area, probably more than one, just not at my local hospital. And they were fantastic. So much thanks to the fine people at Valley Hospital. They got my baby on the road to health and healing. Now I have to go disinfect where he infected my entire house with yucky, disgusting germs. Y'all have a great day, and I will touch base again at the end of the day. Now that I'm off for a sick day to disinfect and do 100 tons of laundry, I can listen to the case all day. So, silver lining. Have a good one. Bye.